And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Monday, October 20th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's a Monday morning, and we're glad to have you with us. Coleman and Company, live, spontaneous, and unrehearsed as usual. And we're going to get along as we usually do, talking about Absolute Kubota. Clint Kelly is here. Clint, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
We were just talking about a little skiff of frost this morning. It was a little on the front and back of my car, which sits out in front in the driveway in front of the garage. And I wasn't expecting that, quite honestly.
I know. It always seems like fall sneaks up on us. I know the leaves are changing. But, yeah, the weather definitely dropped like we were just talking about after that rain we got over the weekend. That was great.
Yeah. Well, we're, of course, on the air for Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main here in Lebanon. Clint is in the service department and takes care of all the maintenance and repair needs. Would that be an acceptable statement? You do maintenance, you do repairs.
Yes, sir. The one thing I help out with as well is all of our rental stuff. So all of our rental fleet, not only taking care of the machines to make sure they're up to snuff for when someone wants to take one out, but also just making sure we get reservations for things. We want to be able to come through for the community. So the last thing we want to do is not have a machine that someone needs. So that's what I help out with as well.
Well, I think that area of the business has grown considerably since you started it. And I don't know when you started, but the rental department, you have them there, and sometimes people will rent and decide that's what they want, maybe even buy what they rent.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it definitely happens sometimes. Every once in a while, I'll get a call from our salesman, and they'll just let me know, like, hey, that machine you sent out, it's not coming back. They bought it. Like, all right, sounds good. And now you need to figure out a replacement for it. But no, and this time of year, I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago. We still have some people that are aerating and seeding. It's still good weather to do it, especially now with the moisture over the weekend. So we've got 5. We've never had this many. We have 5 aerating machines that also seed grass at the same time. And then we've got a handful of walk-behind machines, too. So if you've got a smaller area or a narrow gate, we've got a machine that can get through your gate. So, yeah, we've just been really busy with that. It's that time of year, so we always do a lot of rentals this time.
Well, I can remember for quite some time when we've talked about this, and especially early fall, and even when Matt was out here a few times. Matt has quite a bit of knowledge about all this, having been in the landscaping and mowing business before, and so this is something he's kind of carried along. So if you need information about any kind of landscaping, lawn repair, lawn work that's done in the fall, you've got a wealth of information.
We do, yeah. So that was my background as well before I came to Absolute, but we've got a great resource there. We've got a good team that's pretty knowledgeable. And then we also have if you go to our website, there's a section, it's called Turf Plans. So it'll tell you if you've got, the 2 big grasses in this area are fescue and Bermuda, so like a warm season, a cool season grass. And we've got plans on exactly what to do and roughly when, like different products to put down to make sure you've got kind of that yard of the neighborhood approach to things. So hopefully at the end of the day, you've got the best neighborhood on the block, or the best yard on the block, excuse me.
Well, I guess that lawn mowing season is about to come to an end. It usually ends about the time we have a big frost, right?
We'll still have a little bit more, and it plays into what we were just talking about. If you've got people that have been putting down seed, they'll still probably mow. I'd kind of be surprised if anybody's still mowing past Thanksgiving, but who knows? I hope we still have a wet fall, but we had that dry end of the summer, so I know people weren't mowing as much.
What usually happens when the mowing season ends? Do most people wait till about February to do any maintenance work, or is it you encourage them to come on then, don't you?
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of people, I think that especially if you've had a machine that's kind of been limping to the end, I think a lot of people they want to set it and forget it and not have to think about it until the spring. We're certainly fans of bringing it in when there's an issue, and yeah, as you're done, we definitely encourage people to bring it in. That way we can go through it and make sure there's no issues where you have just recently been mowing with it. But it's all, making sure you're really, the idea is to make sure you're ready to go by spring next year.
And for some, it's just time to replace what they've been using and get a new one for next year.
We talk about it all the time. We do take stuff in on trade all the time. So if you've got a machine that you've kind of been putting Band-Aids on a lot and it's getting frustrating now, just take a picture of the hour meter, take a picture of the VIN number if you can find it, and take a few pictures of the machine quality, just as it sits, and talk to our sales team. They'll definitely give you a trade-in quote and get you in something that we can work on. And the biggest thing that we talk about too, and I know you bring this up for us all the time, talking about the brands that we sell, is we're local. So it's so much easier having a machine that can be serviced by a local dealership, so we can get parts, we can get the support from the manufacturer that just other people can't. So it's the best thing with the brands that we sell between Exmark, Kubota, and Hustler.
Well, Absolute has it all, really. But Kubota is the big name, of course. The Exmark is another one, and between the two, you've about got mowers covered there.
We do. Those two are fantastic. I mean, you drive up and down Main Street and you see all the commercial properties that are just, the grass is perfect and it's striped so well. Those are being mowed with Exmarks. I've got a Kubota. I love it for a big open field. It will cut down thick grass, I think, better than most. So they're two great brands.
Well, you can check all this out at www.absolutekubota.com, and you're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., 5 p.m., and still on Saturdays through Thanksgiving, at least from 8 a.m. to noon, right?
That's correct. Yep. Okay. And we come on in, we can still get seed, fertilizer. Sometimes we've got rentals available on Saturdays, so just come on down and see us.
All right. Thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Thanks, Coleman.
All right. Clint Kelly, Service Department, Absolute Kubota. We're 10 and a half after the hour, and this morning we are featuring the Lebanon Breakfast Rotary Club, represented by Randy Ryan. Randy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are things going with the Rotary Club?
Well, doing very well. We're really getting spooled up now for the fish fry. It's going to be next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, the 25th. And we'll be selling our fish dinners from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we, in the last few years, like many people, we've done a lot of our sales through the drive-through. And so we anticipate that again this year. It seems like that's really convenient for people. They can pick things up and then go home.
For those who might need a reminder, whether they've participated before or not, just what do you get? This is a fundraiser, but it is a fish dinner, right?
It is a fish dinner, and we have fish, hush puppies. We'll have some chicken tenders, though most people want the fish. Fries, slaw, soft drinks, water, and quite a selection of desserts.
All right, and all this for how much?
They're $20 now, and we encourage people to buy their tickets ahead of time. And if you go around town, there's a lot of the businesses that have a little poster in the window or something that they can actually get a ticket to you. We have sponsors that have tickets also.
Well, you have some businesses who help you sell these tickets, kind of like some businesses help the Lions Club sell pecans.
Yes, exactly. And
this is a big fundraiser for you.
It is our largest fundraiser of the year. We, believe it or not, last year in one day we raised over $80,000.
Well, that's just saying something.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money in one day in 3 hours. Yeah. But of course we've been selling tickets, for a month and a half, 2 months, and we have some sponsors that are just incredible. They've just been with us for years, and they just do a great job.
Well, if you've got them listed or want to,
I do,
top of your head, whatever, we'll give them recognition.
Absolutely. I don't want to forget our sponsors. Our founding sponsor is Middle Tennessee Electric. Great organization, and does so much to support the community and everything, and they have just hung in there with us through everything, through COVID and the whole 9 yards. You know, so really great people. We have title sponsors, the Bone family, in memory of Gordon Bone, City of Lebanon, SRM Concrete of Smyrna. Smyrna Ready Mix is just a great company, very supportive. Cornerstone Senior Living, which is one of our new sponsors. And then we also have a sponsor in memory of David Penuel. And then HTK Wealth Management and Suncrest Real Estate. And then many other sponsors that are, $1,000, $500 and such, and just great people. And then, of course, we have companies that support us with food donation, so that it keeps our costs down.
Right.
PFG, Shenandoah Mills, Coca-Cola. All of those folks really step up and help us out.
Well, really, with everybody coming together like you have described here, it makes for a wonderful fundraiser.
It does,
and then you've got a lot done when you come up with that for all the projects and the contributions that you want to make.
That's correct, and the great thing that does is it keeps our cost lower, and so of the amount of money that we raise, then we're able to return more of that back to the community, to the various charities that we support.
Yeah, and I know from time to time you get a little publicity about when you make some contributions, some donations, some scholarships, or whatever it is, and so this just goes a long way to further your cause.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right, time for us to take a break. Randy Ryan is here, and we'll talk more about the big fish dinner in a moment by the Breakfast Rotary. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota, premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Starting a little bit heavier through Hendersonville right now, westbound Vietnam Vets as you come past Gallatin Pike, as traffic starts to get a little bit heavier in the last 10-15 minutes on 65 South, working your way down through the Madison area. It's already heavy with that volume on 24 westbound up through Antioch, coming in right now from Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Hey, when you need dependable towing for your car or truck, make sure you call STR Towing and Recovery right here in Middle Tennessee. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
Your Lebanon High football team is back on the field, and we're back in the booth. Join Donald Gann, Joe Gardner, and myself, John Boyce, as the Blue Devils hit the gridiron each week. Lebanon football is brought to you by Bates Ford, Burdine Supply, Fakes and Hooker, Kay Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Shannon Speck Electric, Sports World, Rackley Roofing Company, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. This Friday, your Blue Devils will be on the road at Gallatin High School. Pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7.
On Saturday, October 25th from 10 to 2, Drug-Free Wilco, the Wilson County Sheriff's Office, Lebanon Police, and Mount Jit Police invite you to National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. Turn in unused medications at Gibbs Pharmacy, Walgreens on West Main, Three Forks Marketplace, or TriStar Mount Jit ER. Unused prescriptions can lead to poisoning, overdose, or misuse. Dispose of them safely and receive a free lockbox from Drug-Free Wilco. This project is funded under contract with the State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Coleman and Company here on a Monday morning. We welcome you to our program. Randy Bryan is my guest, and he represents the Lebanon Breakfast Rotary. There are two Rotary clubs here. The Noon Club. And this breakfast this fish dinner we're talking about this Saturday. Is this strictly the Breakfast Rotary's?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Each of us have a major fundraiser, and so this is ours.
I think maybe both of y'all work together at the booth at the fair.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how long have you been a Rotarian?
I've been a Rotarian. This will be my 6th year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about you, Randy. Not that the program's about you necessarily, but I think people want to know sometimes a little bit about my guests. You lived here all your life?
No. As a matter of fact, I grew up in Alabama, went into the Navy a couple years out of high school, spent 8 years in the Navy and then 17 in the Coast Guard, and retired from the Coast Guard after
what brought you to Lebanon?
My wife and brother-in-law and I owned the Zaxby's over in Lebanon, and then opened a couple more, and now we've sold those. Mm-hmm. But we just fell in love with Lebanon.
Well, now I'm connecting the dots. When you mentioned Zaxby's, I remember having heard that, but I had forgotten.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm forgetting too many things anymore. But what got you into Rotary?
My brother-in-law talked to me about it and said, hey, it's a great organization, and it's something you ought to just come to a couple of meetings and see what you think and everything. Well, I went to a couple of meetings, and I was like hooked.
Yeah, you know? They put you to work.
I was like, boy, they do some great things, you know. and so then, of course, volunteerism is a big thing for us in Rotary, and so consequently, a couple years in, they talked to me about helping out with the fish fry, and then later on kind of took over the fish fry.
Yeah.
So.
And again, it's going to be coming up on the 25th, which is this coming Saturday, and I believe you said the hours are 4 to 7.
That's right.
And it'll be, I'm not sure we said where earlier on, but let's tell everybody now.
It's at the south end of the big building there at the Ag Center.
Farm Bureau Expo.
Yes, at the Farm Bureau Expo, the south end of the building. We will be in the building so that people can come in and sit down and everything. Mm-hmm. And then on the outside, we will have a drive-through. And that's where our fish fry trailer will be. That's where all the fryers are. And everything.
Now, it's probably better to get a ticket now in advance.
It is in a lot of ways. We will sell tickets at the door, but a lot of our sponsors get tickets, and they give them to their customers, or they are for sale at some of our sponsors. And if you see one of our posters in the window, that place probably is selling them. Mm-hmm. Usually that means that there's a Rotary member that owns that business.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, and tickets are $20.
Yes.
There's not an extra charge if you wait till you come.
No.
They're just strictly $20 for this fish dinner.
Yes. We've done this so long that we've really learned how to plan for how many people are going to show up. You know, and,
well, I don't know how you do that, but congratulations.
It's difficult sometimes. You know, the first year after COVID was very difficult. As a matter of fact, we got down toward the end, and we were like, we're going to run out of fish. We didn't, but we got close.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
Well, you'll start serving promptly at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
And then pretty much end at 7. I guess nearly everybody will be there by 7 if they're ready to eat.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you, there'll be a line already at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so if we're ready, a lot of times if the line has built up, we go ahead and start serving.
But just to clear the situation here, you can come there, purchase your fish dinner, and eat.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Eat with you, and a lot of people
There's a pretty good bit of seating in that south end of.
Others who don't want to stay there and eat can pick it up. So you can either pick it up or you can stay there and eat. Yeah. And it's $20 either way.
That's right. And there'll be a drive-through, and you can get the whole whole 9 yards. You can get the dinner, the drink, and the dessert right there in the drive-thru.
Well, we talked quite a bit about people who are helping you on this, and Middle Tennessee Electric being the sponsor at the top of the list.
They're
but
the
a lot
title
of other
sponsor,
good businesses that are helping you as well. I don't know how much you have to do with the distribution of money and so on, but I know you do some scholarships, you do some other things. Could you elaborate a little bit on where some of this money goes?
Yes, there's a number of local charities that we support, and generally, I think we've got about 35 charities that we support every year. And have a scholarship at Cumberland University that we support. We support a women's center. We support several of the local charities that work with youth. We try to spread it out as much as we can, and make sure that we're not fully supporting some of them. In other words, we're not the only donor,
right?
But we give them a good little boost, and a lot of times the donations from Rotary to them will run anywhere from $500 to $2,000.
Well, and because of the success that you've had with the fish fry and with the burger stand at the fair, you've been able to do just really, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars over the years.
Yes.
And I don't think you've slowed down. And with inflation,
no,
doesn't go as far as it used to, but you're probably making more money than you ever have.
We do. And I'll tell you, between us and Noon Rotary, there's upwards of $200,000 that goes out to the community every year just from our fundraisers.
And there are probably some of these organizations or individuals that you help with. Well, where would we be without this? The road would be a lot harder, no doubt.
Absolutely.
So there are. As we said, there's the two Rotary clubs here, and breakfast is one alternative. And I don't know, I've scratched my head on this several times. There's some other civic clubs, but it seems like that you are always, as far as membership, attendance, and all of this, you're head and shoulders above the others. I don't know what it is, but there must be something special about Rotary.
Well, it's our primary mantra at Rotary is service above self, and we try to live that, and both locally and internationally. So you'll see that we do a lot of things locally, but we also contribute to internationally. Polio internationally has almost been wiped out, and that was largely due to the efforts of Rotary International.
Okay, well, I had not heard that, but I'm not surprised. Because you certainly are really well known in this area. There's another Rotary Club, maybe two in Mount Juliet. I'm not sure if it's one or two.
There's a couple of them.
Well, and I've been to a few Rotary meetings. You have a creed that I think you recite each time, which is very good too.
It's very great. Yeah. It really is, and it keeps us focused.
Well, Randy, we've got about 2.5 minutes left here this morning. And Randy Ryan, my guest, I guess you've had some office, or you have some in the club itself. If nothing else, you head up this fish dinner.
Yeah, I'm the president-elect, which means that next year I'll be in the hot seat.
So you finally made your way to the hot seat.
Yes. I'm not sure that's progress, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No, one of the things that we always do is we try to make sure that our folks know how welcome they are in the Rotary. We want to make sure that people that particularly that want to be engaged, that they're engaged. And so that was one of the things that I really enjoyed. And so this year they elected me to, next year, starting in June, I'll be the for 1 year, I'll be the president.
Well, we'll probably see you out here on Coleman and Company in that regard, and sometime within that year, most likely.
Yes.
Well, to kind of wrap it up here this morning, the annual Breakfast Rotary Fish Dinner is this Saturday, and it's a 3-hour event from 4 to 7 at the Farm Bureau Expo Center out at the fairgrounds, the Ward Ag Center, and $20 is what it costs. You can buy tickets in advance. You can buy them at the door. You can eat there after you buy your dinner, or you can take it with you. Have a drive-through. You've got it really fixed up where the people who are going to get in line, get their dinner, and eat are not going to have to compete with those who are driving through. Right?
That's
I think you've got that set up really well.
Yes. Plenty of parking. The folks can then come into the building, get their ticket at the door, come in and eat, and just a lot of times people see people there that they hadn't seen since last year.
Right.
Yeah.
And one other thing, even if you don't necessarily you got other plans, so you can't make this, you can still buy a ticket. You can give it to somebody. You don't even have to do that. The $20 is going to support Rotary.
Absolutely, and we have a lot of people that buy 10 tickets and then give them out to friends.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, I think we've covered this pretty well. And Randy, thanks so much for being with us this morning. And we wish you well in this endeavor, but in a coming endeavor when you are the president of the Breakfast Rotary. I know it's going to be an interesting year, and we wish you well.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for being with us. That is part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more. Stay with us right here on FM 98.9.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $69.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. $17.80 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Starting a little bit heavier here in the last few minutes. Westbound 24 out through the Antioch area. Coming in right now from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. Here at Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway. A little bit slow. No surprise. 65 south at Trinity Lane. There's still some fog out here in certain areas. Be careful. Hey, when you need dependable towing for your car, big truck, make sure you call STR Towing and Recovery right here in Middle Tennessee. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals on everything you need for your special event. Birthdays, weddings, corporate events, they have you covered. Tables, chairs, tents, linens, dance floor, and so much more. Visit their new showroom in Lebanon at 713 East Main Street in the old Ferguson's building. Find them every day at fiestas.com or on Facebook. Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals that can transform your vision into a beautiful reality. Mention this ad to receive 10% off.
The Farm Bureau Expo Center would like you to consider us for your next corporate outing. Our 79,000 square feet of adaptable event space offers unparalleled versatility right here in Wilson County. Trainings, luncheons, and meetings are just a few of the many types of events that we can accommodate throughout the week. For booking details, as well as upcoming events, visit farmbureauexpo.com or find us on Facebook at Farm Bureau Expo. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Farm Bureau Expo.
We'll have sunshine with beautiful conditions for today. Highs will be around 70. Clear to partly cloudy tonight. Lows around 50, and then mostly sunny and breezy for our Tuesday. Afternoon highs in the lower 70s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your severe view forecast, I'm Storm Specialist Drew Richards.
We welcome you to part two of Coleman and Company. It's a Monday, and Mondays at this time we feature the Farm Bureau Expo Center. And Gail Hallam is with us by phone this morning. She's Director of Marketing and Events. And Gail, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Doing well, doing well. I've mentioned already that there was just a little bitty skiff of frost on my windshield this morning, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting that, but autumn has caught up with us, I think.
I think ready or not, here we are.
Yeah. What do you got for us today?
Well, this morning, just a quick note. I was thinking the other day, and I think we talked about it recently, but really really want to emphasize the importance of the collaboration that the Expo has with the community. And, we work so closely with the sheriff deputies, and we work very closely with the sheriff department as a whole. And, that's not to leave out by any means the Lebanon Police Department and WEMA. And, that collaboration allows us to really host events and make sure that we're taking care of our responsibilities for safety, security from the Expo side, but also for the event planner side. They seem to express frequently how much they appreciate that we're able to help them with that. It's a seamless process, and, it's a value-added process for them. And they really, like I said, appreciate it, and it makes a difference in the smooth execution of these events. So I just wanted to shout out to those departments and let them know that.
Yeah. Well, you are, of course, as the director of marketing events, you're always hoping to have somebody there as much as you can. Weekends are a little more crowded usually than the first of the week, but if you've got a whole week that's full of events, you've done a good job.
Yeah, definitely so. And they're all different, and they all bring different volumes, and they all bring different kinds of representation for events. And some of them require that extra level of safety and security, and some don't. And, you really do begin to appreciate that when you have situations that happened like up in Pigeon Forge from an event that was in Sevierville. I mean, it wasn't the event's fault in Sevierville, but security was there to attend to it and to shut it down, because anytime you have a large group of people, you always run the risk of having issues. And that doesn't matter whether it's during the week or it's during the weekend. It really doesn't matter. But we really do work very hard to try to bring that blend of events out there.
Well, I was listening last Monday. I was out of town actually, but heard Zendel Murphy on, and I know that he has he's a very good man in the for what he does out there. I guess he's your number two person, but between him and the others, you really have a great team that get things done at the Ag Center, at the Farm Bureau Expo Center.
We have an amazing team, and thank you for the shout out for the great job he did last week. And I wouldn't say he's number two. I would say him and I make a great team, making things come together and happen. And I'm very proud and honored to work with him, because he is he's a great person. He's easy to work with. And we do very well together.
Well, I thought that was an opportunity to tell a little bit of a different thing that takes place all the time there, and I thought he described his position and some of his responsibilities, a little bit different insight into what makes Expo Center tick.
Absolutely. I joke with him back and forth about, we sort of have this love-hate relationship. Like, the more I book, the harder he works. I do my best to fill what I can fill, and the more I fill it, the more they work, and the more he has to be a little creative with the schedule. And it's a great dynamic, and really just appreciate the opportunity to work alongside him. So I was very grateful that he was able to be there last week while I wasn't able to.
All right. Anything else? Anything you want to mention about upcoming events here in our last minute or two?
Yeah, we've got Tengrow coming in this weekend, and it's a great outdoor show. Lots of landscapers and I would say, patios and brickwork and that type of stuff that you may want to come out and see, and come check it out. Come see what they have to offer. It will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if you want information on hours, it's on the website at www.farmbureauexpo.com, or feel free to call the office at 615-450-3049.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us this morning. We'll do it again next week.
Sounds wonderful. Have a great day.
All right. That is Gail Hallam, Director of Marketing Events for the Farm Bureau Expo Center, and taking us to about 22 before the hour. And County Mayor Randall Hutto is right here. He's been sitting here waiting, chomping at the bit to go, and here we are. Good morning. Good morning, Mayor.
Morning, Coleman. How are you?
I'm doing well, and glad to see you.
Glad to be here. You know, I think it's you're making this position a must-grab or a must-event to host, as I noticed all the different hosts last week, and that's been kind of a popular thing out there.
Well, I have, I have a lot of friends, have a lot of people who do a great job filling in, and they don't mind at all. In fact, some of them are even asking to.
That's what I said. I think it's you're not somebody if you don't get to host a Coleman show.
Well, we're gonna have to put you on the list.
Well, no. I wasn't saying that. No, I get as much time as I need. I promise here.
Well, good to have you today. We've got a county commission meeting tonight.
We do,
and Watertown Mayor Mike Jennings will be here tomorrow to pick up and tell anything that you don't tell this morning.
And then he'll get a little bit from you tomorrow. Ranked 10th in the country right now, right, Vanderbilt?
Yeah. The Commodores, yes.
How about that?
It was a great weekend, great win.
Yeah, it's hard to put up with you and Aaron Maynard too. He is. He'll be down today to talk to me a little bit about nothing, just so we can talk about the Commodores.
Well, so, if you see him, then that makes you think of the win, and he doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah, but he will bring it up.
Okay.
So we got Sarah Davenport here this morning from our office, and she'd love to talk to a few minutes if she could about Governor Volunteer Stars, if you'll let her.
Okay. Well, I knew Sarah was here for some special reason. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
It's always good to see you.
You as well.
We welcome you again.
Thank you.
I know Mayor's got plenty to talk about,
yes.
and he's allowing you to go first, so he'll have to finish up. And but tell us what you're here for.
Yes, sir. I appreciate Mayor Hutto giving me just a minute of his time. I won't take very much time at all, but it is getting the time of year again when Wilson County partners with Volunteer Tennessee's program, the Governor's Volunteer Stars Awards. It's an initiative that seeks to honor and recognize volunteers throughout the state that we know without their hard work and dedication, many important and good works wouldn't exist. And this is a great way to honor someone's efforts and also open opportunities for others to get involved. It's a program that started in the governor's office in 2008, and our office has participated at least since 2012, maybe even longer, but at least for that long. And in the past, we have recognized everyone from church volunteers, hospital volunteers, volunteers from various organizations around the county, like Sherry's Run, A Cure for Our Friends, Rehab 23, people from the senior citizen centers, from inside the schools. I mean, there really is no limit to what we will recognize, and no act of volunteerism is too big or too small. So if you know a Wilson County resident, that's really the only caveat that we have, is they need to live in the county. That volunteers in any capacity, we want to know about them. We want to recognize them. And we know we've got these great volunteers. A lot of times they don't want to be recognized, and I understand that, but I try to encourage people that it's not just an opportunity for us to honor them, but it also lets other people know what's going on in the county. Mm-hmm. Even working in the mayor's office, you think, well, we know everything that's going on. Well, that's not always the case. I learn something new from this program every year. So it really is important that we recognize all the great volunteers that we have. It's a very simple nomination process. You can call our office and we'll be glad to get you an application or walk through you with it online. You can reach us at 444-1383, or if you're tech savvy, you can just hop on our website, wilsoncountytn.gov, and go to the spotlight section there in the middle of the website. Just click on it. It takes you straight to the application, and you just submit that and you're done. So that's really all there is to it.
And a lot of people have been nominated over the years,
yes,
here, but not near all the people who have volunteered who deserve some recognition.
That's right. That's right. So this is an opportunity to keep doing that. Wilson County is different in that the state asked us to select one winner in a youth and an adult category. Mm-hmm. We're special. We're going to recognize everybody that's nominated. Now, the state makes us designate 2 in those categories, but we want to recognize all of them. So, yeah.
Those two get to go and represent Wilson County.
They do. They go
the
and
others still get their deserved recognition.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, they get some recognition.
Absolutely.
Whether they get all the deserve or not might be questionable.
Yeah, that's true. There's only so much we can do, but we definitely want to try to make it special for them because we appreciate them.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Sarah, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
You have been a wonderful asset to the mayor's office.
Well,
I know
thank you.
this
I
for
appreciate
several
that.
reasons, but you've always, even when you filled in for him a time or two, you've done a good job.
Thank you.
It's good to see you today.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Mayor, you'll echo that, right?
I will. I have a great office and very blessed.
Yeah, she's not the only one, but she's a good one.
Yeah, she kind of leads the troops and makes sure that we all stay in line. Yeah. And I really appreciate Sarah and what she does. And you're right, I have a great staff, and the fact that Christy is there, Brooke, Robert, Susan Shaw, just a really good group. And we celebrated. They gave me a watch last week for the Boss's Day. But I think the best blessing, which that was a great gift, just the way that those people work together. It's good to come to work every day. And I thought about this week when I was writing your stuff for the show here. Last month, they decided they're always trying to do something good for the community. They reached out to Commissioner Haskell Evans, and got some pumpkins and took them over to South Side to a group that stays after school there of children that painted those pumpkins, and then they carried those pumpkins over to Hearthside and gave them to the seniors that are in the center there. Just really just a good thing. Again, an initiative that Sarah and our team did that that you don't have to do. They do that, and then and that was kind of a part of the Wilson County Kind project. This Governor Volunteer Star Wars is the same thing. We got lots of people out there doing lots of things for people for no expectation of anything in return. And here's a chance to honor those people. So I wish people would look and find who's doing that around you. That's a great deed to do for somebody. And so I hope you have a chance to do that and call our office. And next month, I hope to bring you back another thing that the office has come up with that I really think that you'll appreciate for sure. I got to get the county commission's blessing on it first, and I'm going to try to get that tonight from them. But I'll bring that back to you next month. And again, they're just always doing some great things out there for the community that's above and beyond the call of taking a call and trying to take care of somebody's problem.
All right, we'll get into tonight's meeting and other things on your mind this morning after we take a break.
Yes, sir.
County Mayor Randall Hutto is here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Absolute Kubota. Premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. An accident in the Jolton area has got traffic slow on 24 eastbound at Whites Creek Pike. Again, that's a terrible place to have an accident this time of the morning because it can get pretty congested up through there, and it is right now on 24 eastbound at Whites Creek Pike there in the Jolton area as they work that accident. Heavy now, 65 southbound at Trinity Lane, really busy. 24 with that volume westbound up through the Antioch area coming in from Murfreesboro. When you need dependable towing for your car or truck, call STR Towing and Recovery. I'm Commander Chuck, you're on time traffic.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is in a new location, 1746 West Main in Lebanon, across from Sports Village. Gregory Dental Group offers cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs.
No insurance? No problem. Call about the discount plan. Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
For sales and service, see Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main Street, Lebanon.
Cedar City RV, your destination for all things camping. Whether you're looking for travel trailers, fifth wheels, or anything in between, Cedar City RV has you covered. We proudly offer top brands like Forest River, Palomino, Rockwood, Coachman, and more. Plus, expert service after the sale to keep you on the road with confidence. Financing is available, making it easier than ever to start your next adventure. Visit us online at cedarcityrv.com or stop by our location at 1102 Sparta Pike in Lebanon to explore new and previously enjoyed models today.
Coleman and Company, it's a Monday morning, Monday of the County Commission meeting. Randall Hutto, our mayor, is with us, and you, we gave Sarah a little time there. You've got a lot to tell us, and I'm going to let you go.
I'll be quick, Coleman. A lot of projects going on, I think, is worth mentioning right now. As we talked about, of course, we moved into LaGarda Elementary School, and, of course, they have a red light now there at Double Log Cabin to kind of take care of that at 109. Central Pike Elementary School is up and underway. I go by that normally every Sunday, headed that way to church, and so it should open the fall of this coming year of 2026. Multi-level court system is going. If you had a chance to go by behind the jail and see that, it's a really big building there. You see that construction. March of 27 will be that one, for that one to open. We're working on a plan right now to try to address county roads, and we've done a couple of things of putting into a special fund for the funds to do that. We're sending a letter, you'll see here in a minute. We're talking to the governor's office about putting something in their budget that will help this road plan project, and so we're hoping to do something good there, and hopefully I can bring you a little bit more back on that in a couple of months on that, but that would help address the county road issues. Scores came out last month. I'm not sure if you had a chance to hear that or not from the school system, but they were grade. They were level 5 in the TBAS scores, which talks about taking a student a year's growth regardless of where they start at, which was the first time we had done that in a while, and that was good. We kind of lead the county in that. Animal control building is underway. We'll approve hopefully a $3 million piece tonight to make a new animal control building, which will be off of the convenience center or the dump area, so that will make that easy for people to access. And Steve Gatlin's really doing a great job there. You see him on Facebook all the time adopting dogs out, and that's really been an extra piece of that job. Convenience centers will change their hours for everybody to know. They're going to, since it's getting dark a little bit earlier, they will close at 4:30 instead of 5, so people can note that. And then, of course, got the Taste of Wilson County coming up on Thursday, which is a great event. We do the grill off, which is always fun, and thanks to Melanie and all her team. But all those proceeds go back to teacher grants, so it's really that money is reused.
Let me interrupt. You're going to be closing at 4:30 for the convenience. Is that year round then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
yes, sir.
So it's just going from 5 to 4:30, but you're doing it here right before the winter
time change. Yes, sir.
And then we'll stay there. Okay, go
yes,
ahead.
Sir. Just talking about last month real quick before I go to the commission meeting tonight. Did the last series of Looking into the Future series, which is really a good thing. And then next year we'll start and do it again. We'll be our 3rd year to do that. And we're going to talk about, our first one's going to be, what happens 1 second after disaster happens in our county, because there's lots of things that have to go on and lots of partners there. Regina Gerton with VOAD will be a part of that, as well as WEMA. At Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, Brenda Harper always comes and does a great job there. And you don't think about how big of a deal that is, but I get the obituary, the coroner's report once a quarter, and just to look on there and see the number of suicides that happen in our county is really unreal. So I appreciate people like Brenda that continues to have an awareness for that, and hopefully people that recognize somebody like that in the community can reach out to Brenda or the hotline to make making a difference in that life. Constitution Week with Mayor Margaret Ferris was going on. Cooling Tower at Hartsville, of course, came down with Helene Cash, one of her own, heads up that organization over there now. Boys and Girls Club signed the MOU with Rutherford County, so Liz Reese and Mr. Garcia and Diana Cavender are underway working on that, which is a good deal. Had a chance to go out to Tucker's Crossroads softball. 50 years they celebrated out there with Phil and Perry Neal and sat in the Duncan booth, and I didn't have to take a bath for a couple of days at Coleman.
Well, a lot of people have participated in that over the years, and I know some of the news that came out of that. Some people I hadn't even thought about in a long time, some of them that actually helped get it started and stayed with it a long time.
It was really a great event, and to hear the different people that talked about what that community had made happen there with that Tucker's Crossroads ball field, and the lives that it changed probably through those teams that went through that school. Went through that ballpark. Read to the students at Southside, thanks to Miss Peggy Simpson. Of course, we're still continuing the land use plan under Christopher Laws and his team, and so that's kind of coming closer and closer to an end. Had the powwow at the Ag Center. Didn't get a chance to go, but Cindy Yehola always does a great job there. Did set in another dunking booth at the Mission Project on the church on Leeville Pike. Didn't get dunked as many times, thankfully.
Oh, they love to dunk.
They do, I tell you. Wilson County Promotions won a $1.98 million grant there that will add in a building to the back of the midway there at the Ag Center. That building will be a command center, and also a set of bathrooms there and a first aid area. So it'll be a permanent dwelling for that. And also that grant is going to improve the Wi-Fi across the grounds there, which will be a big deal. Spoke to the Mount Juliet Christian Academy, to their chapel there. Coach Bradshaw had me down for that. Had a chance to participate in the Wilson County Prayer Breakfast. It's run by Brother Kevin Owens and Gary Whitaker. Again, a great event. A lot of people came and did something for the first time. A guy by the name of Andrew Buckwalter came and did a podcast with me that had come out at some point. We just talked about going back from when I got started to where I'm at today. Just going back and thanking the people that kind of helped me along the way, as everybody has in their lives. And so it was a pretty good event. And then we did a home safe vigil there in front of the courthouse here, and the lights will be in purple all month long for home safe. Got a few minutes left, Coleman, so we'll see if we can get, okay. We have...
you know me, I've got to look at that clock every so often.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure I'm on time here, talking fast for people so they listen fast, I hope. Commissioner Hall has a prayer and a pledge for tonight. We do have 3 rezonings tonight. Thomas Knowles will have one on 9303 Stewart's Ferry Pike. He'll want to rezone A1 to C5 PUD interchange commercial plan unit development there. It's about 3.78 acres located, as I said, on Stewart's Ferry Pike. James Comer will rezone a second one there, A1 to C3 commercial, 5 acres located there at the corner of Murfreesboro Road and Stumpy Lane. And then Paul Goddard, requesting a land use amendment from a low-density residential to a high-density residential commercial area, also seeking rezoning for the same property from A1 zoning to C3 highway commercial. This is 11 acres located at 488 Murfreesboro Road. We'll have a Water Authority appointment tonight. It is the quarterly report, so we'll have a few extra people on staff tonight. Budget amendments are as follows. Animal Control would take $2,500 from the Gretchen Wilson Fund to transfer over for drugs and medical supplies for the animals. Animal Control will also have on the budget to take from the capital projects no more than $3 million to build an animal control facility there close to the Road Commission building. The Expo has going to decrease $20,000 from communications to go into maintenance and repair at the Expo. County Buildings Fund will go, Robert Bain has done a lot of different works there, but he'll take some fund balance to go to maintenance just to get him through the rest of the year. $42,933 there will be that transfer line. And then also on the county buildings, we'll do a fund balance of $670,000, which will do some asphalt work, about $420,000 for that one, and then some HVAC work that will be done throughout the county at $250,000. On the finance side, there is a couple of line item transfers there. One, line item transfer of $50,000 to a victim and assist program that they are working on, as well as decreasing the repayment of the access sewer fees of $300,000. You may read a little bit about that. There was a project that the company paid $600,000 for access sewer fees out at the Speedway. That company decided not to come, and so they got reimbursed half of that. Sometimes we don't do that at all, but they did that at this particular time. The Sewer Access Committee did that, but that's why those funds are going back. So they're funds that they already had. They just didn't use them. They chose another project to do. General Sessions County Clerk will have a copier contract that will come before the commission tonight, and then the finance will have a cooperative purchasing agreement with a company called TIPS. They're the people that are actually going to supply some goods and services for the new multi-level court system. So if we enter into that agreement with them, we get those products a little bit cheaper. So that is something Mr. Maynard's doing there. We're going to raise the mineral tax. That's a mineral severance tax from 15 cents to 20 cents. That's a tax that's been allowed by the legislature to go up on. Anytime anybody hauls rock or sand or dirt from the county and goes to somewhere else, this tax can be charged. So it's been 15 cents for a long time. Brings in about $230,000, somewhere like that. Not a ton of money, but going up to 5 cents, what they allowed us to do, we'll take that extra money and put that in a special fund to work for road projects, as I talked about earlier. And if you remember, not long ago, they raised the commercial AFT, the adequate facility tax on commercial buildings coming here, just to kind of get even with the people that are in the surrounding counties. And so that really is, we're not above nobody really on that. We're kind of even with those people, but we took those extra dollars as well and put that in a special fund to work for road projects as well. And I'm going to give you one more in just a minute, and I'll go ahead and cover that now. A long time ago, when you go to a new building, when you buy a new house here, you pay an adequate facility tax, $5,000. That helps offset the construction of the jail and the construction of the multi-level court system and WEMA stations and schools. But when you sell your home to somebody else, let's say, and you decide to move somewhere else, and somebody from California comes here with 10 kids, there is no adequate facility tax. But the real estate transfer tax, the transfer of that property, we used to get a pretty good portion of that, and the state took it back a long time ago, so they get the largest portion of that. So we're petitioning the governor, along with other counties, to see if we can get a larger portion of that back. If we're able to do that, and we're going to hopefully pass a resolution tonight to request that, and if we get that tax back, that had about $5.5 million back to our budget from that particular transfer tax. Doesn't go up, it doesn't raise taxes on anybody. It's just money that the transfer tax has been going to the state that now that we'll get. We're asking them also to put that in this road project. It can't be spent for employees' compensation. It has to be spent on things like roads and buildings. And so we'll ask them to put that in that fund as well. And that will allow Mr. Murphy to go back and look at that road project plan that we've come up with, and we'll talk about it. Maybe one day we'll come out and talk about that to you as well. There will be a resolution, and I'm close to being done, Coleman, for the judge's tax. They passed the judge's tax, you remember, back during the budget time to $61.42. Really, they decided they're going to reduce that to $61 even. That just keeps them having to deal with change. So that was a minor deal. Miss Debbie Moss, I think, was in favor of doing that. And then we'll we'll take the payment from the TDOT, bought the right-of-way land off of Central Pike in front of Station 10, where we built a new station there. They're going to widen Central Pike, so they're going through there now, buying up right-of-way. So we'll get that land that they bought for about $20,000, and that will come into the coffers there for WEMA. And then there's some Board of Education line item transfers, Coleman, and that hopefully will get us done for the night.
Well, it is 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for being with us. Mike will be here, Mike Jennings, tomorrow, and we'll talk about any controversies that happened tonight, but it doesn't sound like you got any.
Well, let's hope not.
Well, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next month.
Yes, sir.
County Mayor Randall Hutto, and that's it for Monday. Please join us tomorrow. Till then, I wish you a magnificent day.